are not to be played with, honey.
And you are unforgettable. I can't forget you alone.
Hey babe, so you are embarking on this softer feminine era, right? We have to make some changes then, because the daily stuff that you were doing before is not going to fit into this new era that you are walking into, honey. So let's go ahead and get into my 10 daily non-negotiable items that I have been doing. I hope you find some inspiration from these 10 items so that you can begin to implement some new changes into your daily routine. That way you can make sure that you are staying on track in this new era that you are embarking on. My name is Toni. If you have not been here before, welcome, or welcome back if you have been here. Thank you for clicking on today's video. Okay, we ain't gonna do that today. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, the silliness just comes out when the camera come on. Anyway, we're going to stay on topic. So let's go ahead and get into my 10 daily non-negotiable items, starting with number 1. And just keep in mind that these are in no particular order except for this very first one that I am about to say, which is my devotional time. So if you caught my femininity, faith, and actually reinventing yourself video, then you know that my spiritual walk has become a very important factor in my life. I have tried to push it away for so long, but I am getting to the point where I just am falling in love with learning about the Father, and I am not pushing that time away anymore, regardless of whether you decide to pray, or whether you decide to read, or whether you decide to just take this time to speak affirmations over your day. Do some kind of devotional time that is going to allow you to mentally prepare for the day. The way I mentally prepare is first and foremost giving praise and all glory, honor to God, because of waking me up and just allowing me to have the functionality to tell myself, sis, stand on your feet, and I stand on my feet, and then I say, sis, go ahead and walk to the bathroom because you got to use the bathroom, and then I walk to the bathroom. That is cognitive function, honey, okay? So that is not something that I take lightly. I give gratitude and give thanks for all of the smaller moments that I used to take for granted. I don't want to take that stuff for granted anymore. Speak some kind of calmness over your day. Speak gratitude over your day. Don't just speak the affirmations that are going to bring you things. Just put a nice calmness and a level of peace over your day. Having that devotional time in the morning is, again, going to just allow you to prepare. I try to rise before my household, set the tone over my day, because honestly, I feel like as the woman of my household, I set the tone for my whole house. So if everybody gets up and they see mommy and wifey is, you know, smiling and chipper, and I got my mental on in the right place, everybody else is good. That is my first one. Like I said, the rest of these are in no particular order, but my number 1 is definitely having that devotional time in the morning. Number 2 non-negotiable item is making my bed. So I don't know if you guys are familiar, but there have been studies that have been done on the connection between people making their bed in the morning and the amount of productivity they have during the rest of the day. I believe in that research. Making my bed first thing in the morning, first of all, this is how it connects to my softer feminine era. I want everything clean. I don't want nothing out of place, because do you understand the level of peace that you have when your home is clean, when everything is in its place? And that is very hard to do with 3 kids, and not even just 3 kids, baby, it's 3 boys. I get so sick of hearing myself in the morning. I mean, throughout the day, because it's not in the morning, throughout the day. Pick your stuff up. Go clean the bathroom. Pick your shoes up. Don't put that there. Stop tearing up trash. Because my 7-year-old has this thing about tearing up trash. And all day, he's like, I'm not even exaggerating. So there are little bits and pieces of torn up trash all over my house. Anyway, so my bedroom is like the one little thing. I mean, I have the kitchen in the living room most of the time. Sometimes they have their art stuff all over my living room too. But for the most part, things that I can control out of everything in the house is my bedroom. So me making my bed and seeing my bedroom just super presentable and like just smelling good, which will take me into something else in just a moment, but just seeing that visual, like just my whole entire room clean, nothing out of place, that sets an amazing tone for my day, and it really does help me be more productive. And on top of that, just think like, okay, I take my kids to and from school, so if I make my bed and I have my whole room just perfect condition, I leave my house to take the kids to school, I come back, I walk into my room to put my shoes back, and look, everything is in place, my space is clean, it's smelling good, which brings me into my number 3 non-negotiable daily item. I want everything to smell good in my soft feminine era. So I have began to make this habit, right? When I make my bed in the morning, I make my bed, I vacuum, and I automatically grab my spray. I am trying to make that a consistent habit, and y'all heard me say on the last video that I have been reading Atomic Habits. If you have not read that book, I don't know how else I can get you to read it, but sis, you need to read it. There is one particular section in the book that talks about habit cues. So if you create a visual, or if you see a visual of something, it's more likely to have you do that particular habit because you make the visual connection. I keep a Bath and Body Works room spray on my counter, and I'm pretty sure y'all saw that in my quick little, montage of my candles at the beginning of the video. But I keep that room spray right there because, again, after I make my bed and vacuum my floor, I look and I see that room spray, and it automatically makes me want to grab it and spray my room. I have become obsessed with everything smelling good. I mean, obviously, I loved smelling good prior to. It's not just because I'm in a different season of life. Like, I loved smelling good, but I just put more of an emphasis on it now because I'm like, I want to always have some kind of scent. I want my home to have a scent. So like in my house, I have dedicated rooms with different scents. Like in my living room, I keep more of a musk type scent, or like a dark, deeper, richer type of smell, because I am in a whole testosterone filled household. My room, I am obsessed with clean laundry scents. So I tried to have like a laundry scent. I'm so mad because they just ran out of the Palo Santo and sage smell. That was my scent for months, and they ran out, and I didn't get any before they ran out. But again, I just wanted to say I have an obsession with making everything smell good in this feminine, more softer, I was about to say era of my life. And then, with perfume, so I've always had a thing for spraying a perfume. I mean, again, I'm a woman. I like to smell good, but I have grown like more of an obsession with smelling good and having different fragrances in my selection. You know what I'm saying? And it helps too because I have been receiving a lot of PR perfumes. Like, I have been having so many scents that I have gotten in my gifted PR here lately that it made my little collection go, oh, okay. Also allowing me to, expand the way that I have smells. Again, having that time to really build up your scents, whether it be on your person or in your household, just really leaning into everything smelling good. That is a non-negotiable for me. My number 4 daily non-negotiable in my new softer feminine era of life is always keeping an eye out for my posture. So as you guys can see, the chest is out, the shoulders are back, and I have a certain posture that just reads confidence about myself. I have done confidence talks before where I have talked about this, where your posture has so much to say about your confidence levels. And if you want to see those videos, they are somewhere on my channel. I'll try to link it above. In this new era of your life, you want people to you want to demand a room without even necessarily trying to do it. That's how much confidence I want to just have just dripping off of of me, okay? But it's not a cocky thing. It's not that you have an attitude. It's not that you're begging for attention. It's just that you are a woman who is confident in who she is and what you stand for and all of your values and all of that good stuff. You want people to see that. You want people to see that you are not to be played with, honey. This is why I try to keep an eye out for my posture, because I was one of the ones who, you know, had cell phone syndrome. Is that what they call it? Where your shoulders are hunched over and you just, you know, your neck is just like that. I had that, and I don't want to walk around like that anymore. So that's why I really try to work on my posture. And I want to make sure that first and foremost, it helps my back. Let me just backtrack and say that it helps my back a lot. I've got a very, I ain't even gonna claim that. Just know my back hurts a lot. It does help alleviate pain in my back. But like I said, I do it for the reasons of just confidence and really being confident in who I am, because that is something that I struggled with in my early 20s, is having that confidence about myself. So now in this era, not just this era, because I've worked on that, you know, as time has gone on, but in this new era, I'm like, you know, I am confident in my abilities. I'm confident in my work. I'm confident for what I stand for. And I just want that to be very much so all over me. You can just see it without even necessarily having to say anything. Number 5 is being extra mindful of gossiping and negative talk. So obviously none of us intentionally try to gossip. Now, sis, if you do, that's on you, okay? I'm not a perfect person either, and I will never try to paint myself as a perfect person. I've done my fair share of gossiping over the years, but what I can say is, as I've gotten older and more in my adult years, I try to be very mindful of this, because I don't want to intentionally share something that I know about somebody else. And even if I'm not saying their name or I'm just doing general talking, it's still me in my spirit know that I'm saying something about somebody else that I shouldn't be saying at all. And I try to be mindful of this, because in this new era, I don't want drama, honey. I don't want drama. If I have to get off the phone with you because of maybe the conversation that you're trying to have with me, I am perfectly okay with saying, hey, I'm gonna have to call you back. I don't even have to explain why I'm getting off the phone with you. I just know I'm just getting off the phone, because I don't want to take part in any kind of negative conversations. I don't. I am far past the cattiness era. Can y'all believe girls didn't like me very much? I suffered from RBF really bad, so I never really had good relationships with a lot of girls anyway. But I'm just saying all that to say, I am way past the cattiness. I'm way past the drama. I'm way past all of that. I try to remember that where I am in life, everybody else isn't. And sometimes I do have to say, you know, hey, I gotta get off the phone. I got something to do, because I just don't want to hear negative self-talk. It might not even be just gossiping. It might just be negative self-talk. I don't want to hear it, because I am trying to walk with a very positive mindset and a positive aura about myself, that I don't want any kind of negativity to creep into that. So like I said, I just try to make sure that I am mindful about the conversations that I am putting myself into. Number 6 non-negotiable item is implementing a cutoff time. You guys see me. I have my time with the world and doing my YouTube videos, which I absolutely love doing, but I have to cut it off. And I have to have the me that is with my beautiful babies and with my husband and my family. I am learning more and more that as I am going through this softer era, it is really allowing me to see how much I needed to slow down. I was just on a fast track trying to move through life. I need to get to the next level. I need to make more money. I want to be this big YouTuber with all these followers. I was on a fast track, okay? And I can be very honest when I say the past year and a half, I have a very vague memory of a lot of my experiences. Me that I share on my social media platforms and doing my YouTubes and all of that, that is a part of life. That is my job, the job that I very much so love. And sometimes it's not an 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 or whatever. I have to implement a cutoff time because I have a family, you guys. I'm not a single woman content creator like there are a lot of women out here. That's not my story. I have kids, I have a family, I have a busy schedule. So learning how to implement a cutoff time has been so beneficial to me because it has allowed me to get back control of my life. If I'm being 100% honest with you, it has allowed me to get back control and allowed me to just focus on what's important, because what's important is creating memories with my babies and with my husband and my family. You know what I'm saying? Like with my girlfriends, all of that. Just creating those moments is what's more precious to me at this point in my life. Just embrace where you are at this stage in life. You know, you might not be where you want to be. You might have a long road to travel, but you still have a lot of memories that are worth creating right now in this moment. My number 7 non-negotiable daily thing that I'm doing in this new era, which kind of ties into number 1, which is why I said I would get back to it, is elevating my mind. I have been trying to read more. Sometimes I would sit and scroll on social media for a very, very, very long time, something I'm not proud of. But I have learned to create new habits and switch a lot of those times that I was randomly scrolling into time that I am reading. I think my biggest thing that I struggled with before with reading is I'm like, I'm not gonna finish this book in, a week's time. That's okay. If it takes you a month to read a book, that's perfectly fine, because you are making a daily investment into elevating your mind and unlearning a lot of the garbage that is in the head to relearn with habits that are going to benefit you at this stage of your life. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on that because, again, I kind of touched on that with the whole devotional time, devoting to elevating your mind and thinking outside the box, or just thinking differently, period. So get a good book, and once you read one, go ahead and put it on the shelf and add another one. Number 8 on the list, and y'all should already know that this was going to be on the list, is self-care. I am such a self-care queen in this season of my life because I just want to learn how to care for me. And I'm not even just talking about on the experience. Do I need to do a credit pull or something? Like what? I'm not just talking about on the exterior with your self-care routines as far as your skincare, your hair, and all that. I'm talking about a total self-care regimen, mind, body, and spirit, which is kind of everything that I have embodied in some of these daily non-negotiable items. I want to focus on total self-care. I just like taking those extra moments to take care of myself. I used to, get up, brush my teeth, and hurry up, do my face routine, and be out the door. Like, no, I want to take those extra moments to really look at my skin, pay attention to what's going on, because sometimes you can catch an outbreak before it happens, and then you can have better, a better regimen to take care of it. I just love the overall self-care part. We could talk about self-care all day long, but we're not. This ain't that video. Number 9 on the list is periodic check-ins. So in this softer feminine era, I am learning again to pay more attention to my overall needs. Like, what do I need to release emotionally? And that's the example that I want to talk about with the periodic check-in. So in this softer feminine era, I am also doing a lot of healing. And as I'm healing, I am beginning to just let things go emotionally that I've been holding on to for, a lot of time. We're beginning to let that stuff go because it is serving me absolutely no purpose in my life. So what I try to do daily, instead of scrolling on social media, I have been trying to do more awareness checks throughout the day. That way I can prevent myself from, the moment before I go to bed and I'm trying to decompress and I'm trying to, let go of all this emotional baggage before I go to sleep. No, we're doing that throughout the day. That way my overall day can stay peaceful. Again, I spoke all of those affirmations over my day: calmness, peace, light, positivity, all those things. And I want to keep that from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. So I don't want to carry around any kind of negative emotional baggage or anything like that. I want to let that go. Number 10 daily non-negotiable is dressing the part. And I'm so excited because I'm going to be doing a style video. No, seriously though, I'm going to be doing a style video very, very soon. I cannot wait, and we will talk a little bit more in depth, of course, on that video, but I will say this with dressing the part. You are in your new feminine era. That means that you probably are leaning towards somebody who wants to always look put together. Into this new softer feminine era that I am walking into and walking in right now, I want to look good for myself all the time. I want to look put together. So yes, I want to go to bed with matching pajamas, and I might spray a little perfume to go to sleep in because, again, I want to smell good, you know what I'm saying? But I want to always look well put together. If I'm running errands, I want to have a nice lounge set. Do I have all of that stuff right now? No, I don't. But I do the best that I can. So if you know me and you know where I live, you see me on the street, you know, I might have on a jean, you know, some jeans and a t-shirt. I'm trying. Like, I can't switch out everything. But what I'm saying is, when you begin to do these things with purpose, you'll begin to tailor the way that you shop to make sure that you have specific items in order to build up your wardrobe. So dressing the part is all about just showing up and looking like that woman that demands that room. Because like I said, when I talked about posture, you demand the room just based off of your confidence, okay? So you want to look the part. I want to look put together at all times because that is my personal preference. So like I said, I cannot wait to do the video that I'm doing about the whole changing your style and wardrobe and all of that. That is coming very, very soon. But for now, we will leave it at just show up every single day as the woman that you want to be. Those were my 10 daily non-negotiable things that I have been doing as I have entered into my softer feminine era. I really hope that you guys took something away from this video. Drop in the comment section below. Let me know if you found some kind of here I go. If you guys found any kind of inspiration from today's video, make sure that you drop in the comment section below because I would love to hear it. That is going to be all. I'm going to leave that there. If you have been here before, then baby, you already know what's coming. But if not, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, baby. And also make sure that you are hitting that notification bell as well so you can see when the videos are going up on my channel. Until next time, love. Bye.